Cold weather overlanding. Sounds brilliant, doesn't it? Morning fog rolling over the mountains. Coffee steaming in the cold air. Your rig glowing under golden light. But here's the truth. The high Andes do not care about your Instagram vision boards. 1 minute, you're cruising through open Paramo. The next, the sky says, "See that comfort? Let's get rid of it." Temperature drops, fog thickens, wind cuts through your jacket like 1,000 little knives. Welcome to cold weather overlanding in Colombia, where the ground is always damp, the air is always thin, and you will absolutely question your life choices at least once every hour. But today, we're turning that chaos into knowledge, so you can actually enjoy the mountains without turning into a human popsicle. The Colombian Andes are deceptive. Because Colombia is tropical, tourists assume it's warm everywhere. Incorrect. At 2,800 meters to 4,000 meters above sea level, the Andes are basically a wind factory, a cloud factory, a hypothermia factory, and sometimes a snow factory. Here's what you're actually dealing with. Varying temperatures throughout the day. The air is wet, the plants are wet, your tent also wet. High humidity means cold sinks into your clothes and refuses to leave. The Andes specialize in fog thicker than a bad 90s Instagram filter. Cold, needly, sideways, Andean rain that feels like being attacked by a tiny frozen bees. Knowing this sets the foundation for everything that follows. Every experienced cold weather overlander and every outdoor influencer worth their Gore-Tex swears by layering. Not one thick jacket, not two random shirts, but a system. Each layer with a job. This is your second skin. It helps wick away sweat, keeps moisture off your body, and helps regulate body temperature. The heat factory. This is the insulation. It traps warm air and stops you from freezing at camp. This layer is all about blocking. The wind, rain, snow, and general atmospheric disrespect. Because in the Andes, rain doesn't fall gently, it attacks horizontally. Keeps wind off your neck, definitely a life changer. %80 of heat escapes through your head. Fix that. Cold hands equals misery. As long as they're dry, these are a game changer. Use 2 pairs if needed. And when you combine all this, you become the warm mountain warrior instead of the shivering "I want to go home" tourist. Cold feet equals a bad day. Wet feet equals a bad week. People always underestimate how miserable cold feet can be. You step in one puddle and the suffering begins. Good boots aren't optional, they're essential. Pro tip: bring an extra pair of camp shoes. Chanclas, sandals, barefoot shoes, even Crocs. Doesn't matter. Let your boots air out and dry overnight. Bonus pro tip: bring extra socks in a waterproof bag. Nothing is more luxurious in the Andes than a dry pair of socks. In cold weather overlanding, the campfire is more than just ambiance. It's survival tech. Wind in the mountains can turn sparks into disasters. Always make sure to fully extinguish your fire. Cold plus wind plus altitude means that fire can travel. Your tent's placement decides your night. Choose your tent site wisely. Avoid depressions. Avoid peaks. Aim for gentle slopes. Look for natural features that can act as windbreaks. And never camp beside a river that can rise overnight. Always use a ground sheet. Make sure your rainfly actually reaches the ground. Use an insulation pad to stop cold from coming through the ground. Pick a sleeping bag that matches the conditions you're camping in. Never tuck your head inside your sleeping bag. Your breathing creates condensation and therefore moisture. And moisture equals cold. Your body is a furnace. Feed it. Think hot soups, high-fat meals, pasta, wraps with cheese, tuna, or meat, and of course, peanut butter, the king of calories. Hot drinks help. Yes, that includes coffee. No, whiskey does not warm you. It just feels like it. Unfortunately. Being cold is annoying. Hypothermia is not. If you or someone at camp shows these signs, make sure to remove wet clothing, wrap them in dry layers, warm them gradually. Try and use body heat and feed them lots of warm liquids. And if the case is severe, do ensure to seek medical help as soon as possible. Altitude sickness is also a risk above 2800 meters. The best solution? Hydrate. Descend if symptoms worsen and move slowly. Yes, it happens. Nevado del Cocoy, Los Nevados National Park, high ridges in the Paramo. Snow is rare but real. If you find yourself driving in snow, keep traction control on. Make sure that your inputs are slow. Avoid sudden braking or turning. Lower tire pressure slightly and always make sure to carry recovery gear. Cold, wind, fog, rain, frozen fingers, boots that never fully dry. It sounds miserable on paper, but here's the truth. Cold weather overlanding brings moments you just can't experience anywhere else. The first breath of icy morning air, the glow of your campfire in the dark, the way the fog curls through valleys, the silence, the real silence that only exists at high altitude. Cold weather strips everything unnecessary away. It tests you, it humbles you, and slowly it grows on you. This is why we overland, not for comfort but for clarity, not luxury but perspective. If you found this video helpful, please hit that subscribe button and tell me in the comments what's your coldest overlanding experience and what's the one thing you wish you'd known earlier. See you on the road or freezing off it.